How is everyone doing? Good morning, good morning. What's up, Tracy, Rusty? How you guys doing? How has everyone been? How was everyone's weekend? Happy Monday. Let's get after it. Big week this week. We got a ton coming up. Let me bring up the schedule. Right, so in the Discord, here is schedule. We got a ton of earnings this week. What else we got? Oh, we got Bostic at 12:30. Money Monday, exactly. Here's the schedule for the entire week. We got CPI. We got Powell. We got a ton of earnings. Let's get after it. Everyone, please just drop a like on the video. I'd appreciate it. Let me know how my mic sounds. Curious to see what you guys say about my mic now. For anyone that's in the Discord, please fill out that feedback form. It's in, I'm pretty sure it's in announcements. Yeah, it's an announcement. So if everyone can just take, 2 minutes out of their day to fill out that feedback form, the monthly feedback form, it's how we, pick new members to be promoted, to contributors, trusted traders, which is all a paid role, right? So if you guys are active in the Discord and the community recognizes you, you can be promoted and you can be paid, right? That's what we're looking to do. We're looking to build that community where it could be trusted, right? And you could even make some money out of it. Awesome. Mike's good. Sweet. I am back in New York, so that's why I got my my great mic with me. Okay. So, what questions does everyone have before we get started? I also added a timer on the top of the stream. Everyone could see that, right? The 9:04. That's the time. Figured I would add that. Today. 9:05 a.m. Yes. All right, let's see. Should you full port? No. Unless it's a challenge account. Right? Full porting is fine if it's a challenge account. Right? If you're on your main account, you absolutely should never, ever, ever, ever do that. Let's take a look at ES while I'm answering your questions. My New Year's was great. How was yours, Sunflake? Are you looking for a back test this AM? So there's a few things right now. All right, taking a look at ES. If we pull up the daily, right, we're still in this overall downtrend, right, on the daily. So the longer time frame, we're in an overall downtrend, right? We've rejected this trend line multiple times now, right? We had that huge fake breakout to the upside before that huge pullback. All right, we pulled back right to this middle of the range, right? If we take a look at the fibs, right, according to the range, right, we're within the 382 and the 618, right? So the most common levels is Hopefully you guys can't hear the sirens in the background. I gotta fix my mic settings. But if you take a look, right, the most common levels of a reversal is within that range, right? The 382 or the 0.5 or the 618. And that's exactly where we reversed. And now we're starting to push back up above, right? So if we can hold above 39.19 on ES, which is the high of this bear flag, right? This is a typical bear flag, but we ended up breaking to the upside. It's okay. Right, we have this chop back and forth, right? And then typically it would break to the downside, right? But we broke to the upside, totally okay. Even better, right? Better for the bulls and everyone else. Right, so now if I zoom in a little bit, right, we broke out cleanly over this resistance. We pushed up and now we tested that 39.19 level and we're opening up pretty strong today. Yep, so that's a great idea what C-Blast just said. Create a separate account where you'll full port it, right? If you always have those temptations, you can do it in that account only. And then put, right, 10% of your weekly profits into it. I guess you guys didn't hear it. There was, I'm back in New York, so there's always sirens. There's always things going on outside. I guess my mic cut it out, but you guys couldn't hear it. If everyone can drop a like on the video, I'd appreciate it. But taking a look at this now, this kind of looks like a rising wedge, right? So we just got to be, I want to be the first one to catch this if it does happen, right? This looks like a typical rising wedge. So if this breaks down, right, below 39.26, we can easily see a push back down to 39.19, right? It's not that big of a drop, but if this level breaks 39.19, we're going to move back down to around 3900. Right around this previous resistance, right? Acted as a resistance once, acted as support, resistance, and so on. Right, so I want to see a push though for the bulls over the high, right? 39.38, we rejected it this morning, and then we also rejected it on December 15th perfectly, right? Was a previous support too, right? So if that level can break to the upside, we should see some strength and we should see continuation, right? So set alerts. I'm going to set alerts all over here. All right, so I set an alert on the 39.38 level. I set an alert before the 39.26 level to the downside, all right, on ES. Okay, so that's the game plan for ES, SPY, and so on. All right, 390.88 is another level here on SPY. All right, this previous double top here. Let's take a look at some individual setups. What tickers is everyone looking at individually besides SPX or SPY or VIX? Let's take a look at VIX quickly. All right, so VIX still, right, not the cleanest, right, but it is a head and shoulders. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Right, it doesn't always have to be so perfect. It's the idea. Right, and as long as you can create a plan around the idea, it's okay, right? I posted on Twitter, and some people were like, "That's not a head and shoulders," but see what happens, right? As long as we can create a plan, it doesn't matter. Right, so VIX, higher lows, lower highs, consolidating within this range here. Right, it's setting up for a big move. Right, and just like SPY is, or ES, SPX, right, could be a big move. Apple, you're watching, Tesla, Nvidia, BA, PDD, so the same tickers pretty much that, you know, I always watch. Awesome. But back to the point that C-Blast mentioned before, I really like that idea. I've never even thought of that, to recommend that to people. to create a separate account that you full port only, just to remove those tendencies from your main port. Right. So if you tend to have that problem where you're sizing too big, or you always want a full port, create a separate account with a small amount of money that you would be okay with losing all of it, and then that account you can use to full port, or to take a 50% position, right, and try and grow it quickly. But your other account, right, focus on just growing that slowly. Great idea. Everyone should do that if you have that mindset of that you want a full port. If not, then don't do it. Taking a look at QQQ, right? We had this double top here at 270.15, right? We broke this initial downtrend, and we're sitting right above it here in pre-market. So curious to see. Oh wait, let me add extended hours here. Curious to see if we can hold above this, right? We do have a gap to fill, right? Over 270.51, we have a huge gap to fill to 272.8. So keep an eye on this and keep an eye on tech, right? If this can break, we should see some nice continuation here on QQQ. All right, so everyone set an alert at that resistance of 270.51. I'll give you guys 20 seconds to go do that. Right, it's just the resistance from December 22nd, right, that Thursday. Okay. Yeah, do your separate account, challenge account as a cash account. You always want a cash account with a small amount of money so you can have unlimited trades. There's nothing worse than those day trade restrictions under 25K. PDT is brutal. So open a cash account and do that. I'll put my referral link in the thing if you want. If not, don't use it, whatever. I don't care, but I might as well just put it there for you guys. Let's see if I can find it.
You're always saying cardio.
Let's see if I can get into my... There we go. There is the link. If you want, go take a look and use that. You'll get a free share, I think, or something. I don't know. All right, back to the charts. So, right, tech looks good. If we have a move today, it's the upside. 15 minutes to market open, 9:15 right now. Okay. Yep, drop a like. Appreciate it, everyone. All right, so Nvidia, overall downtrend broke out. Right, we closed above this resistance here at 148.53. Now we're seeing some continuation. Right, this previous support here was the next resistance above, which is where we needed to close over. Now that we're opening above, right, next level we need to push through is just this next big resistance here, right? This level here, 154.35. Looks good. I don't really like playing gap ups, right? I like playing the consolidation breakouts, which is, right, both legs, falling wedges, pennants, and so on. AMD looks pretty good, right? Overall downtrend looks like it's potentially breaking now. Resistance today needs to break over 65.79. If that can break, we should push up and test this next resistance above at 66.88. All right, if not, then we're going to come back down and retest this range that we were originally trapped inside. The volume is probably just you. You probably just have to increase your volume. Let me know. Is anyone else having volume issues on my stream? Nah, I just opened my my phone and listened to it, and it's sounds good. Sweet, yeah, just up your volume. Let's see what else we got. Netflix. Maybe get some continuation there. Awesome. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate the feedback. Also, this weekend, January 14th, Cedar is doing a traders boot camp. All right, it's going to be about 75 to 90 minutes. It's going to be followed by a 30 to 45 minute live Q&A. We record all of them, right? All Bull Trades members have access to that. Let's see what it's going to be covering. I'm not sure what she's going to be covering, but it's going to be this Saturday, the 14th at 2 p.m. East. Never sounded better. Sweet. Good to be back on the main mic. $9.18. Let's see. What questions does everyone have about trading? How's everyone liking those mouse pads? Hopefully everyone got them. Let's take a look at Tesla. All right, so here's Tesla. Also broke the initial downtrend, bounced perfectly off these lows here, right? Previous support lined up. I had this trend line drawn out just from this this support here, and we bounced perfectly off those lows. And once we reclaimed this level, it was a great area for an entry. But past is past, doesn't matter now. Then we came up, retested this triple top here, right? Rejected. Now we're gapping up here, and we have a gap to fill at 118.8. Right, 118.8, we have a gap to fill to the upside. All right, so keep an eye at that level. How do I choose the proper strike and expiration date? So I personally only do zero data expirations if it's SPY or SPX. But then if it's a main ticker, I'm doing weeklies only. Right, I'm looking for quick moves because I'm playing on shorter time frames. If you're looking and trying to trade on like a daily, you should not be doing weeklies. Especially, you should not be doing zero data expirations. Right, smaller time frames, you can do it. Right, it's risky, high risk, high reward, but with a plan in place, you'll be consistent and you'll be profitable. How do I pick the right strike? So regarding SPX and SPY, I'll typically go a few strikes out of the money, right? Never too far. I'd rather pay a higher premium, right, for a closer strike price in order to not get killed by theta if there's any chop that I anticipate, right? So in the morning, you can take that risk and go a little further out of the money because you have the full day ahead of you. But as the day gets closer to power hour and close, right, you kind of want to go closer and closer to the money, right? You don't want to go that far out because time is, your worst enemy, right? So I would rather pick a strike price that's closer to the money towards the end of the day, right? I'd rather pay that higher premium for that so I don't get killed by theta. Why don't I buy it in the money? Because the reward is much lower, right? I still want to do out of the money, but I'm anticipating a certain price target if I take a trade, right? If I took an entry above 114.59 here, my price target would be 118.8. So the strike price that I would take, right, if I'm entering here at around 114, I'm going to take around a 117 or a 118 strike on Tesla, right? It's out of the money, but it's going to be in my price target zone. Okay. Yes, I do look at ES. Absolutely. It's just the futures. It's good when the market's closed. I would take a gap fill play for sure on Tesla. I don't watch the Greeks, no. Right, because typically I'm scalping or day trading. There's not enough time for me to take a look at the Greeks. And it really matters more for lost my train of thought. Oh, here's my notification on ES. Right, ES is starting to break that resistance from this morning. Right, it's also testing this level from December 15th. See how it reacts around this level. ES is pushing through here. CPI is, what time is CPI? CPI isn't today. So Powell starts tomorrow morning, right? Then we have CPI the next day. So Powell's tomorrow, then CPI. We also have earnings all week. Okay. Let's take a look at the lower time frames here. So I'm curious to see if this rising wedge breaks down. This is what I'm going to watch at open. Right, at open we could watch ES. If this pulls back and we pull back below this resistance 3938.5, could take a short entry on SPX, right, and look for a move back down to this support here around 3930 or so. Yeah, CPI is on Thursday. Thanks, guys. Awesome. All right, so let's see how it reacts around this level. But before the market opens, right, as always, have a plan before you go into the day. Right, have everything charted out. Make sure you know what you're looking at. Right, don't rush into trades. If you don't get an entry that you like, you can always sit out and wait for another trade. Right, there's no rush. You should never have that sense of FOMO. If your emotions get in the way, something's going to go wrong. Right, so you always have to be self-aware of how you're reacting to the market internally. Okay. So this is what I'm going to be watching at open. market opens here in 4 minutes. If anyone has any last questions, please feel free to drop a comment. I have YouTube videos that I'm in the works for creating. My ideas so far that I'm going to be creating is, let me pull it up quickly. How to pick the correct strike. I'm going to go into depth on all these, right? So I just covered it a little briefly, but I'm going to go into depth. How to pick the correct strike, how to chart unusual options activity, support resistance, and supply and demand. How to use the dark pool, the flow, the snapshot data from the Bull Trades app. How to use the Bull Trades app in general, along with the Discord and all the different channels. So those are the ideas that I'm going to be expanding on for my YouTube videos. If anyone has any more, you could send me a DM or drop a comment in the Discord, and I could make a video on anything you'd like to see. Books, absolutely. There's a book that I put in market resources section. If you go into market resources in the Discord, here it is right here. Let me paste it. Here's a PDF. Yeah, I'll be posting those videos. So here is a link to that book. And there's another one that I used to like. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, okay, here it is. Profiting from weekly options. All right, download this. Read it in your free time. And here's another one if someone wants another one. I could just post in the Discord. I just bumped the post. All right, so if you go into the Discord to market resources at the bottom here, I clicked bump. You just click the message above, and it will bring you right to it. Oh, where'd it go? It's right here. All right, from 9/23/2020, I posted it. 2 great books. You just click the link, and it will bring it up on a external site, and then it will come up here. Right, you can just click download. Here's a preview of it. Awesome, you're currently reading. And then it has, you know, the entire book here. It's an amazing book. Read the entire thing. Can't hurt. And then it also has quiz questions. Okay. There you go. So market opens here in a minute. Let's head into the Discord. Appreciate everyone stopping by as always. I will see you in the Discord. Here's market open. And look, there's the short opportunity before I head out. I'll see you in the Discord.